Good morning, all of you. Welcome back once again. In the previous video, we discussed about the stag, and we have written the program also in order to implement stag. And we know that stag follow the principle of LIFO, last in, first out. Now today we are going to discuss one more data structure, that is about queue. So put a new heading, operations on queue. Operations on queue. Okay. First of all, write down the definition of queue. What is the meaning of queue? It is a linear data structure which perform the insertion and deletion of elements. Full stop. In queue, the insertion take place at one end called rear end, and deletion of an existing element is done from other end called front end. These are the two very important technical terms, rear end and front end. Rear end and front end. From the rear end we will do the insertion, and from the front end we will do the deletion. And very important about the queue is that it follows the principle of FIFO. It follows the principle of FIFO. First in, first out. First in, first out. Let us understand with the diagram. Suppose this is your array. Here from one end I will do the insertion, and from the other end I will do the deletion. So from here I am doing the deletion, and from here I am doing the insertion. So this part is known as rear end, and this part is known as front end. So when you insert the element, first element will come here 5. When you insert the next element, it will come here 3. Suppose if you insert next element will come here. Okay, and when you delete any element, so this element will get deleted first. Again, if you are deleting any element, then this element will get deleted. Okay, so this was the first element. It has been deleted first. This is the second element. It has been deleted second time. So first in, this was the first in and first out. Okay, that is the meaning of queue. In stag, it was only one end. From one end only we were doing insertion and deletion. But in queue, we have two end. One is called as a rear end. So from insertion, this is known as rear end, and this is known as front end. This is known as front end. Is it clear? So note down the definition of Q, and then we will move to the next, how to write a program for Q, and what are the basic operations we are going to do in Q. In Q also, I am going to do the three operations what we have done in the stack. Push, same meaning, insertion of element is known as push. Pop, deleting the element from the Q, and one more function we will make, that is display. Okay. Let's understand basic concept, how we going to write a program for Q. See, suppose this is my array. I will take two variables with the name rear with initial value -1 and front with the initial value -1. Okay. What I am going to do, when I do the insertion, I will increase the value of rear. Means when the first element comes here, I will make my rear 0. Means through this variable I am going to insert the element, and from this variable, with the help of this variable, or you can say I am going to take this variable for deletion. For example, when I have inserted first element, I made my rear variable 0. It shows that you have one element. When you insert the second element, suppose 5, I will make my rear 1. Third element 6, I will make my rear 2. When rear is 2, it means that 3 element has been inserted. 3 element has been inserted. Like that, 7, 17, 18. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your 5. Means element is here till when rear is 5. Clear? Suppose if you want to delete the element, I am going to delete this element first. So when you delete this element, I will make my front 0. When front is 0, it indicates that one element has been deleted. If you delete next element, I will make my front 1. Okay. Now during the display function, or you can say that in display function, I will display the array. In displaying the array, what I am going to do, I will start my loop from front plus 1. Means from here, from front plus 1 till rear. Are you getting? In order to show that these two elements has been deleted, and these are the remaining element. This is the remaining element. This is the remaining element. Okay. Are you getting or not? In display function, I will display the element from index number front plus 1. At present, what is the value of front? 1. Okay. But I will display the value from front plus 1 from here onwards. 6, 7, 17, 18 till rear is equal to 5. Till your front is less than equal to rear, in order to show you that these are the remaining elements. These are the remaining elements, and rest 2 element has been deleted. Okay, that is the meaning of Q. Let us write down the program for Q. So 2 operations, means 3 operations we are going to do: push, pop and display. What we have done in the stack. Class, write down class Q create one array int A, new int of size 10, push function I am going to make int num. One more thing is there. In the beginning only I am going to take 2 variable. Int rear is equal to -1, comma front is equal to -1 semicolon. Void if rear less than 10 minus 1, rear plus plus a of rear store the value at num, and then make else system dot println the queue is overflow. The queue is overflow. Closing of else, and this is the closing of function. So this is the function which I have made for insertion. This is the function which I have made for insertion. Rear plus plus. Here rear just like an index number. We are taking this variable for index number. When I am doing insertion, I am placing the value of rear variable. A of rear at the first location, means at index number 0, the first element has been stored. Clear? Note down this function. Then we will make another function, that is pop. Now come to the next function, pop. Void pop. If front less than equal to rear, front plus plus, and from that index number a of front, take it in a variable temp. So you can define here one temporary variable temp equal to 0, and you can display message here system dot println the popped element is equal to plus temp, closing of if. Else, if you are calling this function several times, a time will come when we need to say that system dot println q is underflow. Q is underflow. Underflow means empty. This is the closing of pop function. This is the closing of pop function. See, front should be less than or equal to rear. It means that it shows that element is there in the array. Element is there in the array. If you are deleting the first element, I am making my front plus plus. So front will go to the, previously it is -1, now it will reach to the 0. Means in 0 index number, 0 index element of 0 index number has been stored in a temporary variable and I have displayed with the message the popped element is displayed. This means this element has been deleted. I am showing to the user. I am showing to the user that this element has been deleted. If you are calling this function again and again, a time will come when the array will become empty. So I have displayed one message, Q is underflow. Q is underflow. Okay. Let us make one more function, display. Because after insertion, after deleting, let me check what are the elements are available, whether the elements are there or not. If I am inserting, let me check whether the elements are there in the array or not. If I am deleting any elements, let me check how many elements are left. Okay, so let us make one more function, display. And this function display is very important. Here only we are going to show that it follows FIFO, first in first out. Now let us make the next function, display. Void display. If front less than equal to rear. If front is less than rear, it indicates that elements are there. So let us display system.out.println. Let us give a message here. The elements of Q are for in I is equal to front plus 1 and go till less than equal to rear I plus system.out.println A of I, closing of for, closing of if, and at last make it else part also. And here you can say that Q is underflow. Q is underflow. Closing of else, and at last closing of function. You can see. So this is a function which I have made to display the remaining elements. See, when program comes on Q, we are not going to make any change in the programming pattern because it is fixed. So whatever the program we have written here, we have written in order to show that we are implementing FIFO. So we cannot make any change in the program. So these are the ready-made programs to you. If it comes, you write down as it is. You write down as it is only. Okay. After making all the three functions, come to the main function. What we have done in the stack, same way you have to do. Are you getting or not? In the main function, I will give option to the user. Means I will make menu. Press 1 for push. Press 2 for pop. Press 3 for display. And that menu will be inside the loop. So that this menu, this options comes always in front of me, so that I can do operations, continuously. Okay. So this time I am not going to make the main function. Already I have told in the stack how to make a main function, how to make a main function in order to check the program on the system. The same way here also we are going to make the main with 3 menu inside the loop, and we will call the function. In case 1 we will call the function push, in case 2 we will call the function pop, and in case 3 we will call the function display. Okay, so it is up to the user choice what you want to do. If you want to do insertion, so every time you press 1 1 1 1. Okay, and if you are doing continuously insertion, oh okay, no problem, element will get inserted. But since it is an array of fixed size but natural, you will get a message at last that queue is overflow. Queue is overflow. And if you are deleting again and again, so a time will come and it will display a message queue is underflow, because all these messages we have written in the function push, pop respectively. And this is my display function to show you the remaining elements. Okay, so this is the homework for you. This is the homework for you to write down the main function. Okay, and whenever you come to the school, check it on the system whether it is working or not, whether it is following the, whether it follows the rule of FIFO or not. Okay, first in, first out. So this is about the queue. This is about the queue. So two data structure we have discussed, stack and queue. Okay, and already I have given the real example of queue also with related with the computer. That is one of the best example of queue is that your printer. So my examiner can ask, give one example of queue, or state the implementation of queue. So we can give the example as a printer, because we have noticed that in the printer, when we send the document for printout, first document comes first only. So that is nothing but an example of queue. That is the example of queue. Okay, so this is about the data structure. So this was the portion of class 11th, and dynamic linear data structure we will discuss in class 12th. We will discuss in class 12th. Okay. So maybe in the next class, I will start recursion or file handling. These are the two topics are left. Okay. So note down this program. So let us stop here only. We will continue in the next class. Goodbye and God bless you all.